Hey cuties! So today I'm going to be doing an Ask PiinkSparkles. You guys gave me some questions. If you ever want to be in Ask PiinkSparkles, you can just do the hashtag whenever, but I will more likely see it when I send out the tweet every month. It's usually near the end of the month or the last week of the month. I'll send out the tweet and be like, hey guys, what kind of questions do you have? Let's go with Ask PiinkSparkles. If you want to know where anything I got in the outfit right here, I will leave that haul I just did down below. Okay, question number 1. What is the worst drinking experience you have had, you or with a friend? A weird question that just came to my mind. No, that's an interesting question. The worst drinking experience that I've had New Year's Eve. Was it last New Year's Eve? Yeah, not this past New Year's Eve, but the New Year's Eve before was my worst drinking experience because it was actually a fun night. We had a lot of us over at one of our friends' houses, just drinking, not like getting drunk and smashed and like partying, and like it was just like a fun night. Our friend's house that we were at, his little brother was there and we were hanging out with him. Like, he's such a cool kid, and I was hanging out with him for most of the night, and all of a sudden this like random guy comes over, because you know these like parties, New Year's Eve parties, people are like, oh my god, I can just come over whenever I want, or people invite friends and friends of friends, you know how that is. So it was closer to the end of the night now, like it was after the yay New Year's Eve, Happy New Year. It was like maybe like 2 or 3 a.m. So people, you know, like when you're drinking and you're happy, it's like woo, and then a few hours go by and people are like kind of like tired and maybe get a little grumpy. This guy came over and no one kind of like really likes him that much. I know that might sound mean to say, but like I have nothing against him because I'd never met him, so I like was just, you know, like just playing foosball or whatever, we were doing pool or something like that, and he was being really rude. Like, he was stepping on people's shoes that were laying there and like throwing them and like spilling his drinks on people's shoes, clothes, hair, dresses, and being really obnoxious. And then our friend's little brother came up to me crying. And I went, oh my gosh, what's wrong? And this guy said something, I'm not even gonna repeat it or tell that story, but basically this guy was really rude to this little boy. And this little boy was, you know, crying and upset, and this boy like is like one of us, really awesome. And for this guy to just come in and like make him cry, I was right away mad. So I told his older brother, the guy we were at his house, and my boyfriend, and basically they confronted him and was like, what the heck is wrong with you? And this guy like wanted to drop down and fight and do all this, and it was just one big drama fest, and it ruined the night basically. So, I mean, before that we had a great night, but it was just turned out bad. Like, really, drinking can bring out the worst in people, and like people can tell other people to bring people to parties and stuff, so it was just like the worst experience. Were you always short growing up? You always lighten my day, and I love you. I love you too, Michaela. And I was always short growing up. I've always been the short, the shrimp, every like name you can mention. I've always been the short girl, and I embrace it. I love my shortness. Have you ever thought about getting any other surgeries besides your boobs? I have never answered this, but yes. I have no shame in saying it. I'm completely real. I want bigger boobs, like, even though people are probably gonna be like, what? Like, I want a bigger boobs, not like massive, but like maybe like a few hundred cc's bigger. Like, I do want a more fuller rack. I want a butt. Like, I do squats almost every day and like nothing happens. I just have like a nice butt, but it's not, I don't really have a butt at all. It's just nice. Like, it's nice and perky and firm, but it's not big at all. And I want like a Kim K butt. I don't know if I will ever do that, but I would like to. And I want veneers. I've wanted veneers for like probably 5 years. Veneers are teeth, like they shave down your teeth and put like fake teeth over it. So it's like, it's like kind of like what all the celebrities get, or most celebrities. Like, if you love a celebrity who has amazing teeth, go on Google and type in your favorite celebrity, teeth before and after, boom, and I bet you they have veneers. Like, I'm not saying I'm a celebrity in any way, I love like the perfectly straight teeth, and I don't have very nice teeth. I have white teeth, but that's kind of like where that ends. So I actually went to talk to somebody about 6 months ago about veneers or nice teeth, and I had a consult and everything like that just to get the information. I don't know if I will do it. Probably. It is expensive. It's like freaking so expensive. So I don't know yet. I don't know. Those are like the only surgeries that I've thought about or would want. Oh, and lip injections. How did you start being a fan of the Penguins, and when did you? Basically, my first team I ever started liking was Vancouver Canucks, and it was because that was my mom's team, and they're Canadian. I was just a little girl. And then growing up, I really liked Jerome McGinley, so I switched to Calgary Flames, and that was my favorite team for about 2-ish years. And then when I started actually getting into hockey, which how old was I? I was about 16, so 2006. I started watching hockey a lot and started watching every hockey team, like St. Louis Blues, Buffalo Sabres, every hockey team. And I started seeing how their play style was, how good they were with the puck, their chemistry, goaltending, everything like that. And I chose my favorite team with that, like how I really love the team. And I feel like that's a good way to choose your team and not smell like biased or I liked it just because Sidney Crosby plays for it. No, I like the team as a whole and how they work together, and I just love the Penguins. So that's that. What's your favorite vegan food you have had? Definitely the vegan lasagna that I made last week. I will be doing a recipe on it. It made a lot, so I have still some in the freezer, so it won't be for like a few months, but I will be showing you guys how I made it because it's so good. If you won the lottery, would you give anyone money? If so, who? Absolutely. Whenever I buy a lottery ticket, which isn't that often, but I always like think about what I'm gonna do, and I always say I'm paying off my parents' house, paying off my house, I would pay off my mom's car bill, my dad's debts that he has, any debts. I would buy my brother a house and a car. I'd buy my dad a new car. I always have all these like things that I want to do for other people, but yeah, I would. Have you had any obsessions lately? Yes, Breaking Bad, even though Breaking Bad's always my obsession. Agent Alice, the game, like I'm all playing it all the time. And the selfie stick I just bought. Best advice for someone who wants to start a YouTube channel but is scared they might get made fun of for it. My best advice for you with that is to maybe hold off on doing that, because YouTube and the internet in general is a place for opinions. Everyone will have opinions, and even though you may not seem like a comment is making fun of you, maybe it's criticism or something, or constructive criticism, maybe you will find that as criticism, a negative criticism, so maybe you don't have a tough skin yet to make YouTube videos. Come in and make fun of you and call you names and like kind of just bash everything and anything you do. Or even if you look a certain way, people will bash you and make fun of you. So I would say just hold off until you are ready, because the internet can be a really, really cruel place. So just please make sure you are ready. Don't just jump into it if you're not confident or sure about it fully. That's my best advice. You're so gorgeous and flawless. My question is, how many times do you get sick out of the year? LOL, I love you. I love you too. I always get sick when the seasons change, when it goes from cold to hot and hot to cold. So when winter starts, I always get sick, and when winter ends, I always get a cold, like always. Last year, I struggled a lot with my throat. I had tonsillitis and strep and all this, but now that I'm out of that, I only get sick maybe like 4 times out of the year when I'm like regular myself, not with like dealing with tonsillitis and stuff, because it was something that caused that to happen to me. That wasn't just like my natural body. My natural body gets sick maybe like 4 or 5 times a year. What is your favorite fast food restaurant and what do you get? I feel like my favorite fast food restaurant changes a lot, but it's either between Arby's or Wendy's. And at Arby's, I get the bacon and cheese. No, I don't. It's the roast beef and cheese. I haven't had fast food for a while, actually. Wendy's, I get the Baconator. Oh my God, it's so good. And I'm not even gonna think about it because today's Friday and we're eating vegan Monday to Friday, so I just not even gonna think about it. What is your zodiac sign? I'm a Taurus. Would you rather eat poison ivy or a handful of bumblebees? I love you so much. Oh my goodness. Well, I wouldn't want to eat bumblebees because that's sad. I don't want to be like killing them. And I don't want to eat poison ivy because couldn't I die? Oh jeez. Well, if I could die from eating poison ivy, then I would eat the bumblebees. But if the poison ivy wouldn't kill me, then I would eat the poison ivy. Wow. Do you still have scary dreams? Also, when was the last time you got your headaches? Love you so much. I have scary dreams not that often anymore. I think it's because like my eating habits are a lot better, honestly. Like ever since I started eating better, my scary dreams were like once in a while. So no, I don't get scary dreams almost ever. I can't even remember the last time I had one. When was the last time I got one of my headaches or my migraines? If you're unfamiliar, I will link the video down below. I get kind of severe migraines like 6 months ago. What is the weirdest thing you can think of? Go. A rabbit sitting on a porch with a flashlight, eating hamburger, and he's like lighting a Bath & Body Works candle and singing the lullaby to the Frankenstein next door. That's the weirdest thing I can think of. My boyfriend says, what's for dinner tomorrow? So he sent this question yesterday, so I'm assuming he's saying what's for dinner today. Dinner today, we're having potato gnocchi with tomato sauce, and then also we're gonna have stuffed mushrooms. Would you rather drink camel spit mixed with camel pee or drink blended jellyfish with sardines? Definitely the camel spit with camel pee, because I don't want to eat a jellyfish, like poor jellyfish. And sardines, I've eaten sardines so many times on the challenge chomp, and I don't want to eat sardines anymore. So I would definitely do camel spit and camel pee. Yes. What is your all-time to perfume? Maybe she means fave perfume. My all-time fave for it's probably the Snooki one. Have you ever thought about quitting YouTube? Absolutely not. I love you guys too much. Cuties power. How was your time meeting me in the mall last Sunday? Loves you. I love you too, girl. You're so sweet, and I love that your avatar is of me and you, or profile pic. I'm old school avatar. I love you, girl. You were so sweet. I love when you guys come up to me and say hi and just like chat with me for a bit. I really enjoy that, and I'm glad that you were able to be in the vlog and hang out with us for a bit. So I really appreciate it, and you are such a sweetheart. Mwah! Answer, please. Have you ever been to the Caribbean? Love you. No, I have not. I wish. I would love to visit somewhere like smoking hot and lay on that beach. Martini in one hand and a bagel in the other. Do you have any songs in particular that help you get through bad days? Yes, some of you guys might be like, oh my God, get over the Justin Bieber, but Justin Bieber helps me so much when I'm having a bad day. The song in particular is called Be Alright. His song Be Alright really helps me. The live version, you can like see the emotion in his face. Also, Justin Bieber, Bad Day. Be Alright, Bad Day are the ones that I listen to if I am going through something rough, or honestly anything by Justin Bieber. It does help me, and that's why I do like him so much, and always like I'm like raving about him in like a little girl way, but in real talk right now, his music does help me and it touches me, and like I feel the emotion in his voice, and I'm getting goosebumps right now. I really appreciate his music so much and who he is, and I don't care who's gonna say anything bad about him. Tim Hortons or Starbucks? I love you, Sam. I love you too, girl. Overall, Starbucks, and I have lots of reasonings. For Starbucks, honestly, because we started this vegan lifestyle 5 days out of the week, we went to Tim Hortons. Hi, can I get a tea or whatever with soy milk? And she's like, we don't have soy milk here. I'm like, okay. And honestly, Starbucks to me tastes better. So their food tastes better, their drinks taste better, and you can get it made with soy milk, you can get no whip. Like they're really accommodating to whatever you want at Starbucks. They kind of just make it however you want rather than just like a generic drink. They'll customize it to whatever you want. And even though Starbucks is a little bit more expensive, actually it's a lot more expensive, I would choose them for the quality. Because at Tim Hortons, you could get literally like a soup, a sandwich, a donut, a drink, and a sandwich and soup for your friend, and it would probably be the same price as like 2 drinks at Starbucks. Like you get like 2 meals at Tim Hortons for 1 drink, or 2 drinks at Starbucks, but quality to me is the key. When did you first meet Decap? I first met Decap 2 summers ago in early summer. Stacy introduced us, and yeah, I first met him then. It was in like a grocery store parking lot. Have you ever had your wisdom teeth pulled out? If so, share your experience. I have never had my wisdom teeth pulled out. I think you get 4. Is it 4? 2 on top, 2 on bottom. I only have 1 that's like just barely showing in the x-ray, like right here. Like it's like all my other ones haven't even started showing yet, and I'm like gonna be 25 in a month. So that's good, yay, happiness. When I need them out, I will try to vlog it, or Dalton will vlog it or something like that. List 5 short people problems that you have. Leggings being way too long. I have to like roll them up or like pull them up. Trying to reach things in my cupboards, like the number 1, I literally have this utensil that I like use to like knock things down and get things down, like bowl. Driving, I have to like try to drive like cool. Being a passenger in a car when it's sunny and the sun's coming in like right in your face and you're being blinded, and you put down the visor to block the sun. Well, the visor goes like way up to here, and I'm like here, like yeah, and my eyes are here. You need to like, no, it just does not work. And when I go to a public place and they're like, have a seat, and I'm like, I dread having a seat. Do you know why? Because I sit down and my feet don't touch the ground. My feet don't touch the ground 9 times out of 10. I'm like, I'm a little kid like swinging my legs around. When you travel to Cali, why don't you go on a plane? Love your videos. I do go on a plane the very first time. I've been to Cali 3 times, I believe. I have a bad memory, but 3 times. The very first time we went on a plane. And if you watched my old videos, like my pink Barbie dolly, like when I vlogged, like way back in the day, we went on a plane. The second time we went there, we wanted to do the driving to go through all the states and experience it. So we did that for both experiences, like the plane ride and the driving. The third time we went was just recently. Dalton wanted to experience the driving, like driving through all the places and experiencing places like Salt Lake City. You get to like drive through all these states and see all these different exciting things like you guys saw in the vlog, like, and also you get your own car, like, right? Because if when you drive, you get your own vehicle, you can pack it up with all your luggage and stuff that you buy, and it's not like when you go on a plane, you have to like check in everything and like pay extra if it's more, and deal with customs in that way. You still deal with customs driving, driving, but it's like way quicker. Like you literally just like drive through almost. And you have your own vehicle when you're there. So when you're traveling around in Palm Springs, wherever you are, you have your own vehicle to go do whatever you want. You don't have to go there and then rent a car, even though we did rent a car to go see Trish, but it's just, I feel like it's a much more like family experience. I'm not saying plane rides aren't, but it's just like you're kind of just like there in a couple hours, seeing different things along the way in different highways and seeing like the signs change from like Canadian to American and seeing the different states in general. It's just more rewarding experience, I feel. But the fourth time we are going to Cali is in a few months from now, and we will be taking a plane. So 50% of the time we've taken a plane, 50% of the time we have driven. If you could have any purse from any brand, what would it be? And this is the final question. This is really hard because I'm like always on these designer websites like looking at their purses, but I would say a Louis Vuitton. And because I look at the Louis Vuitton website all the time and I'm like, oh, I wish I had that, it's so cute. So it would probably be a Louis. I would definitely choose. And those are all the questions. Thank you guys so much for watching and for asking all our questions for Ask Pink Sparkles. I hope this helped you or gave you some insight, or maybe just an interesting video in general. And I will see you tomorrow with a regular video. Bye guys! I don't even want to eat it. It's like a work of art. Who has a chocolate chip? Me. Should I eat the heel? I think the idea of it is better than it.